That's the essence of the rich girl era, a mindset of abundance, financial mastery, and limitless potential. But it's not just about having money. It's about cultivating the habits, the skills, and the confidence to create sustainable wealth on your own terms. In this episode, we're pulling back the curtain on manifesting your rich girl era with 5 powerful tips that will reprogram your relationship with money and up-level your entire lifestyle. Get ready to shift your mindset and start taking the practical steps to make your rich girl era dreams an unstoppable reality. You're listening to Priceless Tay, and we're here to combat financial literacy, ensuring young people financially thrive, not just survive. Today's episode is one that's really close to my heart. We're going beyond the conventional definition of success and delving into a holistic approach to elevate your entire lifestyle, specifically when it comes to achieving your financial goals. So if you're looking to step into your own version of a rich and fulfilling life, then this episode is definitely for you. I'll be sharing some tips that have personally helped me, and I hope they can inspire some of you too. Let's make those strides towards a richer, more abundant lifestyle together. So I came across this inspiring quote on Pinterest, and I want to share it with you here today. This definitely sets the tone for what we're going to be covering in this entire episode. So here's the quote. Even if the current circumstances in your life make you question how you'll ever get to where you want to be, you have to understand that everything you are currently experiencing or have experienced has a purpose, because those previous steps brought you to where you are today, molding you into the person you are. But remember, there are still so many moments to experience that will bring you joy and closer to your destiny. More laughs, more books to read, more people to meet, more risks, more love, more pictures to take, more songs to discover, more places to see, and more food to taste. My favorite. Once you believe you are worthy of experiencing more, you'll realize you have the power within you to bring those things to life, and you'll see the world differently. So, as we go to this episode, I want you to keep this quote in the back of your mind. If you want to manifest your rich girl era, one of the most crucial steps is to set clear, specific goals across all areas of your life. Vague aspirations, guys, like get rich or be successful, literally will not cut it. You need to define exactly what you want to achieve on a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and even daily basis. You literally have all of the power to just decide and enter your rich girl era, but you need a concrete plan or a priceless plan before you enter this new era of your life. Your goal should span financial targets like earning a certain amount of income, saving or investing a set amount to build wealth, but a truly fulfilling rich girl lifestyle to me goes beyond just the money. Set goals for your career growth, your personal development, nurturing meaningful relationships. I sacrificed social for so many years in my GSD era, get shit done era. And looking back, it definitely elevated to me to where I am in my career today. But I'm at a point now where I have to recreate and redefine what building human connections is and hobbies and stuff for me now. So interesting things to put into perspective when we're talking about rich girl era. Going back to the goals. For example, your yearly goals might include earning a 6-figure income, saving 20% for investments, and landing a promotion at work. Each month, you'll break that down into smaller steps like updating your resume, applying for new roles, and attending professional development workshops. Every week, identify habits to build, like networking, upskilling through online courses, and saving a portion of each paycheck you get. Having this level of specificity, love that word, keeps you laser focused and motivated. There's no ambiguity here about, what works, what you're working towards, and whether you're making progress or not. These clear, measurable goals act like a roadmap, guiding your daily actions toward your ultimate rich girl vision. And I got this tip from one of my favorite books when it comes to just that, again, the get shit done, achieving things. For me, that was more specifically in my career era, but it was The One Thing by Gary Keller. And essentially, for that example, basically we just did it. You work backwards on, okay, this is my total aspiration. What does that mean on a monthly basis? What does that mean on a weekly basis? What does it mean on a daily basis? And from there, within your schedule dictates your outcome in life. And there's no contemplating what your schedule says and what you're actually doing versus the stuff that you're seeing. Without this foundation of goal setting, it's easy to get derailed by distractions or lose motivation. But when you wake up every single day with purpose and with clarity about the life you're creating, even if you're in a place right now where that is kind of unclear, you're just shooting for something, you develop the consistency and the determination it takes to make something happen, to make the movement. There's a classic quote here that goes, "What you're doing speaks so loud, I can't hear what you're saying." Sure, you can talk about how much you value family or investing in your business, but if those things aren't making it onto your schedule, the truth is they're not your top priority. You might say you prioritize your health, but if you're not fitting in 4 to 5 workouts, 3 workouts, whatever it is each week, then your health isn't getting the attention you claim it deserves. I kicked things off with this idea because setting clear goals for yourself is the first crucial step in turning your aspirations into reality. Your schedule does not lie. When you're establishing this new rich era for yourself, prioritizing and staying true to your schedule will be key in reaching those goals and embodying this new priceless era. So the first step is taking ownership of your life and deciding to level up. You hold all the power here, but you need to stay true to your goals and your plan. Whether your rich girl dreams involve launching a successful business, jet setting across the globe, or building a legacy for your loved ones, focused goal setting is key here. Figure out what you want, map out the precise steps to get there, and witness your rich girl era start to take shape. By the end, you should kind of be unrecognizable when you see people that you haven't seen in a long time and they're like, what the fuck have you been on? That is what this episode is about. Next, let's talk about the next step you need to take before entering your rich girl era. And this could be a hard one for some people. Stay tuned though after the break. Summer is upon us. And it's about to be the best one yet. Why? Because this summer, you're feeling yourself and are ready to be a freak in the sheets. A freak in the sheets, Tay? Are you serious? I know you're absolutely dying to be a freak in the sheets this summer. And that's why I present to you Priceless Tay's budget template. Get down and dirty in the sheets. Go from broke to bougie. And take control of your money instead of it controlling you this summer. Go to pricelesstay.com/budget template to learn more. Check it out. If you're tuning in right now, it's because you know deep down that it's time to elevate, level up. You're ready to get to that next step in this game of life. But before you step into your rich era, there's a crucial first step: facing your financial reality head on. Let's get real. How healthy are your finances? Have you been avoiding your spending habits because you're scared of confronting the truth? Maybe you're living above your means and thought cutting back feels impossible. Or maybe you're drowning in high interest debt with no clear plan to pay it off, feeling stuck because saving or investing seems way out of reach. Coasting through life without a financial plan is not going to cut it anymore if you want to embody this rich girl era, what this whole episode is about. So we need to take a step here and take a good hard look at your financial situation. I want you to start listing out your assets and your liabilities. Now, for those of you who are new here, your assets are the things you own outright, things that no one can take away from you. They also usually are worth some money. They make money. On the flip side, your liabilities are the things that you owe or rely on someone else for, or they're losing you money over time. I want you to grab a notebook or open up a new doc here and make 2 columns. And be careful if you're listening to this while you're driving. Do this another time. 1 for assets and 1 for liabilities. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. This is where the work begins. Yes, it might be tough to face the harsh reality, but if you really want the truth to your financial freedom here, you need to focus on decreasing your liabilities and increasing your assets. Now, look at your liability list and choose 2 areas to work on over the next month. Maybe it's tackling credit card debt, making a plan for your student loans, or figuring out how to reduce your car payments. Whatever it is, I want you to pick 2 and commit to making progress. Maybe if you're doing 75 soft or hard, include that. Here's the thing though, financial freedom isn't just about the numbers here. The next step into entering your rich girl era is confronting your beliefs about money. Okay, so one of the biggest obstacles to achieving wealth is a scarcity mindset. If you've been raised to believe that money is hard to come by, that it's something to be feared, or it's evil, or it's only for a select few, these limiting beliefs can seriously sabotage your financial growth. And let me tell you, you're not going to go anywhere with those beliefs. That's why it's absolutely crucial to shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. And an abundance mindset is the deep belief that there is more than enough money, opportunities out there, and prosperity, not only for you, but for literally like anybody. It's about understanding that money is not a finite resource. It's energy, and it flows, it circulates, and works for you when you understand how to use it and you claim that shit and you're like, I want this energy. When you view life through an abundance mentality, you open up yourself to a new income stream or streams. We like that at least 7 income streams, investments, building wealth opportunities. You stop seeing money as something to hoard and start seeing it as a tool to create the life you want. You see it as an exchange. If I have money, I can do this with my life. Money brings me this. When I get money, I can get more time. It's an exchange of something. It's energy, fuel. Developing an abundance mindset isn't just about thinking positively. It's about understanding how money works at a fundamental level. Many of us here, I'm gonna fill you in on the secret. Many of us here were not taught on the basics of personal finance. Things like compound interest, diversifying income, like I just mentioned, that 7 income streams, the difference between assets and liabilities, and how to make your money work smarter, not harder. So part of shifting your money mindset is investing in financial education. Dive into those books. If you don't like reading, there's obviously Audible nowadays. Take courses, follow financial experts like myself. Immerse yourself in knowledge that will empower you to make strategic decisions about your money. Get a financial advisor, if you have the affordability to. As you expand your financial literacy, you'll start to feel less intimidated by money. You'll gain the confidence to make decisions that grow your wealth intentionally. That's the word. Not just like, it just came to me. No, that shit was intentional. And that confidence, it will keep you motivated on your journey, even when things get tough, because inevitably life is mountains beyond mountains. You're trekking up the mountain to reach the peak. Sometimes you're trekking down and you're trekking up again. But I want you to remember this. With an abundance mindset, setbacks are just temporary. You'll know that your rich era isn't a matter of if, but when. So open your mind to the flow of abundance, reprogram your thinking, and build a solid foundation of financial knowledge. With this mindset shift, the practical steps to wealth will follow naturally. For more on attracting abundance into your life, I have an entire episode to this. So head to pricelesstay.com/10 if you want to learn all about getting into that abundance mindset. You just got an email in your inbox. OF. Your girl or guy see that and gets upset with you, and they go into your phone and they see OF, Only Finance. Want to stay in the loop with us? Subscribe to our weekly newsletter by DMing us Only Finance. That's ONLY Finance on Instagram at Priceless Tay. Let's revolutionize your financial habits one Tuesday at a time. All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful ways to accelerate your journey into your rich girl era: reducing your expenses and increasing your income. It sounds simple, but the impact can be life-changing, especially if you're in your 20s and you're just starting to build your financial foundation, which I believe a lot of you listening in are. So, hey there, besties, what's up? All right, first up, cutting down on your spending. If you're serious about leveling up your finances, the first thing I recommend is trying out a budget. And when I say budget, I'm talking about getting crystal clear. Pull out that crystal ball on where every dollar is going. I've got a budget template that makes this super easy. It's literally plug and play. You just enter your income and expenses. The spreadsheet does the rest. We've done all of the hard calculations for you, showing exactly where you're overspending. And if you're listening in, check it out in the description. For most people in their 20s, housing and billing are the biggest expenses. For most people in their 20s, housing or rent and cars are their biggest expenses. So the question is, what compromises are you willing to make to reduce those costs? Even if the changes are temporary, the money you save can be redirected towards your future, whether that's saving more, investing, or paying down debt if you have any. Maybe you could reduce your rent by finding a roommate or even moving to a more affordable city if your job allows for that. I know these changes can seem blah and you're really comfortable where you're at in life right now, but think about the long-term benefits. If you could cut your rent by $500 to $600 a month, that's money that you can put to work. And if you invest an extra $500 every month for 2 years with an average return of 10% annually, by the end of that period, guys, this is absolutely crazy. You would have approximately $13,223 working for you instead of going towards rent. And it's not just about big moves like relocating. I have to say small changes can add up too. Like, are you eating out 4 to 5 times a week? I definitely was. I started to do meal prepping and doing some cooking at home. Thank God for the air fryer, the Ninja air fryer. I absolutely love that thing. It has changed the way that I cook at home and not do as much takeout anymore. So thank you, Ninja. Not only will you save money here, but you'll also have more control over your overall health. The sacrifices you make now will pay off in the future. By cutting back on expenses, especially non-essentials, you're freeing up money that can be invested to grow over time. And the earlier you start here, the younger that you are listening to this episode, I see you out there, the more time your investments have to compound. And trust me, it is worth it. Now let's talk about the other side of the equation, increasing your income. To be honest, my personal favorite out of this topic. If you've been holding on to these beliefs, these limiting beliefs about money, it's time to let those go. The more you open yourself up to opportunities, the more they'll appear. And I want to share a little story here. I literally just read a book today, like Why Don't You Apologize? And it was an okay book, but one of the hidden gems that I found in this book was a parable, or it was like a Buddhist proverb or reading, whatever you call it. And it was two monks and a snobby woman, and they all had to get across the river. And in order to get across, you have to actually walk through the river. And so the young monk just walked across the river without considering this older snobby woman. The older monk ended up carrying this snobby woman across the river. And by the time they get to the other side, he drops her off and she doesn't even say thank you. And the young monk here looks to the older monk and goes, "Are you not upset? She didn't even say thank you to you." And the older monk goes to the younger monk, "I've already let her go, but you seem to be carrying her still." You got to listen to that. Like, that was absolutely mind-blowing and powerful for me. So I want you to, in this topic of increasing your income, let go of those old beliefs that you have and use that proverb or whatever you want to call it to help you start thinking about the skills that you already have. Like, what are you really good at? Could you turn that talent into a side hustle or a freelance gig? Maybe you're great at writing, graphic design, social media management, whatever it is, there's likely a market for it. This is going to help you create that abundance mindset and get you into that aura of wanting to increase your income without really even trying. And just as a practical tip here, guys, another way to boost your income is by selling stuff you no longer need. Take a look around your home or your apartment. Are there items collecting dust that could be turned into extra cash? Maybe you haven't done a closet clean out in a while. You can go to Plato's Closet or your local thrift shop and drop it off and see how much they want to pay you for your stuff. Remember, it's all about assets over liabilities, guys. Turning unused stuff into money you can invest is a smart move. And don't forget to evaluate your main source of income, your job. Are you earning what you deserve? If not, might be time to ask for a raise. If that feels intimidating, know that job hopping can be one of the fastest ways to increase your salary. And pulling up the studies here, studies show that people who switch jobs every 2 years can see a salary increase of around 10 to 20% each time, compared to the typical 3% raise for staying put. So if negotiating your salary feels scary to you, trust me, I know. I have an episode on that too, but I've got you covered. I dedicated that entire episode to teaching you how to negotiate like a pro and get what you deserve. Head over to pricelesstay.com/5 if that's an episode that you're feeling like is calling to you right now and you need to get into it. So to wrap this up, the key to entering your rich era is to be strategic about reducing expenses and boosting your income. Make those sacrifices now, invest the savings, and continuously seek out opportunities to earn more. Your future self will be living in the rich era you're working towards today. Feeling stuck with your finances, life, or literally just everything in general? I've got just the thing to help you hit the reset button on your financial journey. Introducing our free guide, Fix Your Finances in 7 Days. This guide is designed to get you unstuck with practical steps to get you back on track and feeling empowered in just 7 days. Go to pricelesstay.com/financial makeover or DM us Money Guide, all caps Money Guide, no spaces, on Instagram at PricelessTay to grab your financial makeover guide. Download it now and start transforming your financial future today. As a reminder, you're listening to Priceless Tay, and we're here to what? Combat financial illiteracy. You already know what's the deal. Ensuring young people financially thrive. You heard it, not just survive. Let's shift gears a little bit here and talk about a crucial but often overlooked aspect of your rich girl era, the physical part. Here's the thing. If you don't feel good about yourself from the inside out, how can you truly step into your rich girl era? Health is wealth. Period. That is literally one of the things I put on my vision board this year. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's the truth, and I've truly come to realize that. When you prioritize your health, you're not just taking care of your body, you're fueling the energy and confidence you need to really reach your goals. Feeling good physically sets the stage for everything else in your life to flourish. When you're good in health, you have more energy, literally more energy to pour into your ambitions. You're not sluggish, tired, fatigued. You're more confident to chase after your dreams. You can't build the life you want if you're constantly feeling drained and tired or disconnected from your body. Your rich girl era is about thriving in every sense, and that starts with how you feel every day. And for me, this is a really passionate one because growing up, I was always fatigued, super tired. I had a major surgery that took a huge toll on my body for so many years. And just really over the past year or two is when I really felt the most confident and strong in my body, working out with a personal trainer and having the energy and mental capacity and clarity to do a lot more. So, what does it mean to prioritize your health in this context? It's about finding what works for you, what makes you feel alive, vibrant, unstoppable. For some, it's discovering a new workout routine. Maybe it's dance classes or yoga, but it's not necessarily just about exercise here. It's about cultivating a lifestyle that supports your well-being from every angle. That could mean revamping your diet to include more nourishing foods, whole foods, establishing a skincare routine, morning and night routine that makes you glow or feel amazing, or finding ways to reduce stress and prioritize mental health. For me, that was taking baths like every other night and putting a little bath salt in there with magnesium. So nice. Having a candle lit or some incense, phenomenal. Highly recommend you try it. Fashion and self-care here for some too can play a big role. How you present yourself to the world can impact how you feel inside. Experiment with styles that make you feel confident and express your true self. And don't underestimate the power of self-care rituals. Entering your rich girl era is not just about financial abundance, it's about feeling rich in every area of your life. That concept of ikigai that I discovered in 2018, which changed the trajectory of my life. Finding what the world wants, doing what the world needs, doing what you love, and doing what you're actually good at. And that to me is what a rich life is all about, children. When you take care of your body and mind, you're setting a strong foundation for everything else you want to achieve. You're going to have the stamina to show up as the best version of yourself every single day. So I want to share a little bit of story time here. I definitely experienced this as well too over the past several years. I've lost 20 pounds. Shout out. I'm talking about my weight when this is typically a finance conversation. Yeah, I've lost 20 pounds, and this being like a combination of what I eat along with finding things that I enjoy, such as Pilates, and then getting somebody to hold me accountable, aka my personal trainer, who I ended up actually working with remotely. And that has definitely held me accountable even when I travel and backpack across Europe. A mentor that I had some years back told me to create my own board of directors, whether that's any area of your life you want to focus on and improve. So the way in which I think about that is using my personal trainer as basically a board of directors to help me make the best decisions and be the best that I can be, because at the end of the day, they're looking out what's best for the company. In this case, I'm the company, the temple, the person at stake here. I also have to say that there's something about a different level of respect too when you see a person taking care of their body. It takes a lot of discipline to take care of yourself physically, and just as though there's pretty privilege, I believe that there's also a different level of respect for those who outwardly show through physical appearance that they take care of themselves and hold themselves in a different regard. And I want to throw out here, I know that there's medical circumstances that can deteriorate this or not allow this to happen, but if you can showcase even in verbal speak and knowing that you're like a determined person, to me that's just like highly respectable. You're living in your rich era, you're going for this. So we have one last step for you to do before you enter your rich era. Working smarter, not harder. This mindset shift applies to every area of your life, but especially it's crucial when it comes down to your finances. More work does not automatically equal more success. I definitely learned this a hard way. You can hustle all day, every day, but if you're not strategic about how you're managing your money, your time, your energy, you're just going to end up exhausted without much to show for it, without hobbies, without friends, without family. And one of the smartest moves you can make as a young person is to start investing early and often. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compound interest. Don't wait until you think you're ready. Start now. Even if it's just $50 a month, I'm going to challenge you right now today to set up an automation for that amount into an investment account right now. To give you some perspective here, let's talk numbers. If you start investing $50 a month at age 20 with an average annual rate of return of 8%, by the time you're 40, you could have nearly $30,000 just by putting your money someplace and allowing it to work for you. Now, I mentioned you are 20 doing this. If you wait until you're 30 to start that same $50 a month will grow to about $13,000 by the age 40. That is an astronomical difference for only just saying, here's my money, let it do its thing. That's a huge difference. Investing early puts you miles ahead. You're doing yourself a service. You're embodying that next version of yourself that you want to become within that priceless or rich era. And while you're at it, automate your savings too. One of the best financial rules out there is to pay yourself first. This means that before you pay any of your bills or spend on anything else, you automatically set aside a portion of your income for savings. But why does this matter, Tay? Because it makes sure that you're constantly building wealth no matter what other expenses come your way. It's like prioritizing your future self before anyone or anything else. Another huge one tons of people don't even know about: don't just stash your savings in a traditional savings account. Traditional savings accounts often have ridiculously low interest rates, meaning your money isn't working for you. And with inflation, it's just losing money over time, meaning that the 50-cent loaf of bread that your grandma bought that's now $20 at Erewhon, yeah, that's going to keep on happening, especially if you put your money in just a traditional savings account. Instead, switch it into a high yield savings account. These accounts offer higher interest rates, so your money grows faster while it's just sitting there. This is a prime example of working smarter, making your money work for you instead of the other way around. For my top high yield savings account recommendation, check out the show notes, pricelesstay.com/13. In the end, entering your rich girl era is all about working smarter, not harder. Automate your investments, prioritize your savings, make the money work for you instead of you working for it, and use tools like my budget template to stay on track. These small but powerful shifts will set you on the path to financial success with less stress and more confidence. The earlier you start, the better. So take action today and start building the rich life that you all deserve. Hey, even me too. As we come to an end on this episode, remember this: achieving the wealth and lifestyle you dream of is absolutely within reach, but it comes down to the right mindset and then the right strategy. Today, we covered how to set clear goals, develop an abundance mindset, and master practical financial skills. By focusing on budgeting, investing, building those assets, decreasing those liabilities, you are laying the foundation for lasting wealth. Don't forget to invest in yourself too, whether it's upskilling, self-care, or designing a lifestyle that reflects your rich girl vision. It's hitting all the check marks on that vision board this year. Stay patient, celebrate your wins, and keep pushing forward. Your rich girl era is a lot closer than you think. Thanks for listening to Priceless Tay. Be sure to like, subscribe, and give us a review wherever you listen to this podcast. And share this with a girly, broski, or a homie. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Priceless Tay. If you'd like to ask us about your personal finances, whether that's diving deep into the sheets or advice on a money story, leave us a voice memo. Contact at pricelesstay.com or go to pricelesstay.com/ask-pricelesstay. Please rate Priceless Tay wherever you listen to the show. Listen, when you rate the show, it helps reach more people, which there's a lot of people who want to thrive and not just survive. So help the community around you by rating the show.